Welcome to Module 3 of the Standards Mastery Framework workshop. Here's an overview of where we are in the learning process. Module 1 provided an overview of SMF. Module 2 dove deeper into the prioritized standards. And in Module 3, we will talk more about the proficiency scales. Looking at the SMF process, we can see where we are in the process that the learning architects took. Much of what the SMF contains are things you are already doing. Hopefully, as you listen to this video, you will see that you are already doing these things both consciously and subconsciously. So what is a proficiency scale? Looking at the learning map, at the top is the prioritized standard. On the left side is the proficiency scale. As you can see, the scale shows a progression of learning that students are likely to take, starting at a 0.0 all the way up to a 4.0. A 3.0 is considered mastery. Within each scale, there are skills and knowledge, also known as learning targets, that are listed for the students to master. These were taken from the prioritized standard. So why do we develop these proficiency scales? These scales provide a scale by which to judge your students' mastery. As I mentioned, 3.0 is considered the level of mastery that we want. The scales can serve as a guide for assessments, both summative and formative, and helps make sure that the standards and your curriculum, or the way that you get your students to master them, is aligned. So how can you use proficiency scales? To begin, I would start by reviewing the prioritized standards and proficiency scales for an upcoming unit. If you teach a course that does not have one, think about an upcoming unit and the standards in it that are the most important. Think about how your lessons and activities and assessments align to these scales. Ask yourself, is there opportunity throughout the unit for my students to show mastery or even reach the 4.0 level? Also, is there opportunity for myself as a teacher to evaluate where my students stand in general along the scale? The following two slides show how the proficiency scales align with the personalized learning principles for Fulton County. Riverwood has chosen just-in-time direct instruction, varied learning strategies, and choice and voice to focus on. Having an idea where your students are along the scale of mastery helps you plan for more personalized learning. To recap, on the learning map, the left-hand side is the proficiency scale. This provides a detailed learning progression of skills and knowledge that students need to know and that are identified from each prioritized standard. Careful planning can help ensure your curriculum is meeting the needs of your students and allowing them opportunity to show mastery and go beyond the standards. Thank you so much for listening to this video. As always, we will need you to fill out the reflection form. And again, like Module 2, the one from the county. If you have questions that you would prefer to ask me directly, please send me an email and I will get back to those as quickly as possible. Thank you. Bye.